me some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go.
This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ace, TJ, Riggins, Alexis, Tech D-Rob.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Oh, look at me. Got my Detroit Lions hat on. Don't tell any of my family back in Louisiana that I'm supporting a team in Detroit. Or any of my friends in Alabama, where we lived for a long time.
Outside
North
of Houston,
Carolina, it's fine because there are a bunch of Yankees in North Carolina and Charlotte.
Yeah, but outside of Houston, there's not really a team. There's not a Southern team in the NFL. I mean, Tampa Bay, but nah.
Right.
I don't know. That part of Florida, I don't really count as the South.
But I'm for the Detroit to win the Super Bowl, and if they can't win the Super Bowl, then I want Buffalo as my second team.
Yeah,
because they need one.
I think I'm the same way.
They need one, and I like that quarterback of theirs, Josh Allen.
And you know, I like the Buffalo fans. I think the Bills Mafia is pretty awesome. Have you heard this story though? That Buffalo has won 6 games in a row. And there is a belief with the Bills Mafia that they're building a new stadium, and it's right next to their current stadium. And it's going to be a state-of-the-art deal. But right now, it's just a big pit. Well, 6 games ago, before that game, somebody fell into that pit accidentally, was hurt, was injured. But Buffalo won that game. So every week since that they've played at home, Buffalo Bills fans have gone or every week, Buffalo Bills fans have gone and jumped into that pit as a quote-unquote sacrifice. And they've won every game since.
Yeah.
And so now they're like, all right, every week more and more people are going and jumping into this pit. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. Good for them.
Yeah, you do appreciate the acts of the dumb, don't you?
I do.
Bless them.
I do appreciate it.
But I was going to say, I also have, along with the reason I have Detroit merch and whatnot is because my little friend Jenny and handsome husband Michael are big Detroit Lions fans. Neither one of them from Detroit. He's from Charlotte. She's from Kansas City. Lincoln, Nebraska. And just there was a tie for them somewhere down the line to Detroit. So I've been to Detroit. And I rode on a people mover, is what they call it.
What?
Yeah.
Oof. Did not know that. Oof. I knew you went. I didn't know you were rode on the people mover.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I could probably count on my hand easily, on one hand, the number of times I've been on PT, a.k.a. public transportation.
I know one time was with us.
Yeah. And I didn't like it.
What is it? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Public transportation. The people mover is a train kind of thing that they have in Detroit. But I also have the Detroit Lions jacket, the exact replica of the one that Eddie Murphy wore in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Very cool.
And I would have worn that in today, but it's a little snug. So it I don't know, something about whatever it's going on in our coat closet where Jody has it. The wood in there is shrinking the clothes because I went to put it on and it was a little bit snug.
That's one of those things.
A little bit meaning that I wouldn't have been able to reach the steering wheel coming in this morning in my truck because
that's one of those things though. The first time you wore that, I thought, man, that's cool. If you get it, it's really cool. Otherwise, it's just a cool looking jacket. Either way, it's a winner. But if somebody sees TJ in that knows what that jacket is, it's like, that's pretty cool right there. Other people would see it that don't know Beverly Hills Cop the movie and be like, oh, that's a cool jacket. They just wouldn't know. That makes it even cooler to me if I can use cool one more time in a sentence.
But the only problem is when I'm in public in the Detroit merch and people assume I'm from there.
Yeah, you don't like that.
Oh, I see. I need to get that says Detroit Lions, whatever. But I ain't from there.
On everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And don't tell my family.
See what's trending.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So this is unusual. A top trending topic at the moment, Indiana Jones. And it's not because there's a new movie out. They released a trailer for a new Indiana Jones video game yesterday. Rob, did you see this?
Yeah, it looks okay.
It looks okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Are you an
Yeah.
Indiana Jones guy?
Yeah, I like them. Well, I didn't like the most recent movies, but the older ones are good.
right.
They're all just trying to keep up with the Indiana Joneses.
That's what's happening. So apparently somebody's very excited about that. That's how it's the top trending topic. Below that, you'll see Barron Trump trending because people are shocked after they attended the funeral for Melania Trump's mother.
Yeah.
Former President Donald Trump was there with Melania and their son together, Barron. Now, here's the picture everybody is reacting to.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is 6'3", and his son, Barron, towers over
Yeah,
him.
he's very, very tall.
And
but they
has
say
it-
that every time somebody sees him, they start, oh my
He's-
God, how
he's
tall
so
is he?
big.
Like, yeah.
But we haven't seen him in 4 or 5 years, really. And look how much he's changed in 4 or 5 years. So they were talking about, remember they used to make fun of him, like, oh, he's a dumpy kid or whatever. But now he's like, he's thinned out and he's even taller. He's a good looking guy now.
Yeah. I mean, that's a remark. I don't know how old he is. That is a big man.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
He's probably about 17 now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So Barron is trending this morning. I've never heard him speak a word.
Never heard him say a word either.
Never. Lana Del Rey was trending all day yesterday because she stars in the new ad for Kim Kardashian's shapewear line called Skims. That's what Lana Del Rey looks like. Either you like Lana Del Rey or you're a loser.
Yeah.
Hate
That's
to
what Lana
break
Del
it
Rey
to you.
fans believe. Yeah.
It's just like cool indie girl pop, and
Yeah.
you just. But she's been around forever.
Yeah, my son makes fun of my daughter all the time for how much she likes Lana Del Rey.
She's got a passionate fan base for sure. A scary incident at the Atlantis Bahamas resort yesterday. You know, they've got that slide that comes out of it like a temple thing, and then it goes down through a shark tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on that slide.
Have you been on it? Well, apparently they also do interactions like shark interactions in that pool, and with nurse sharks and what they call reef sharks. Well, it happened. One of the sharks attacked a kid.
Yeah.
And the video is hard to watch because you just hear these ear-piercing screams. No update on the kid's condition other than he is going to survive. But it is a tense minute and a half as you see these sharks, like the fins are up in the, over the water, and they're across the pool and they're trying to get to the ladder. You're like, oh my God, this is the scariest thing I've ever
And
seen.
it goes on for 90 seconds. I haven't seen
Almost.
this yet. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. And the father's in the pool with the kid, and the mother's looking from the outside, just like horrified, obviously.
See,
So-
this is a byproduct of so many years of people telling us how innocent sharks are, and that they're more afraid of us than we are of them, and da 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 da. Look, there's no way they should have had a kid in a pool with sharks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no way.
I agree completely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not some. I love animals. It's not something I'm dying to do to go swim with sharks, but that is a scary, scary thing to watch, I'm sure. Today's National Popcorn Day. Don't forget National Popcorn Day.
That's a good one. That's a good day.
Tech D Rob, I always think about him. He can't eat popcorn because it gets stuck in his gums, and he's a texture guy, and he can't handle it.
Did you make some popcorn for everyone?
I didn't.
What do you
You wouldn't eat it anyway.
I would have tried it.
Hurts my feelings when you don't eat it.
Now, my wife will be happy about that.
Yeah.
She likes popcorn, and a cup of it's only 2 points on Weight Watchers. Or I don't know how many points it is, but
She makes the announcement
Yeah.
of how many points it is.
because she'll go make
points.
a bag of the microwave popcorn, whatever Orville Redenbacher's Just
Yeah.
Salt or whatever it is, and then I'll go into the pantry and there'll be one of those big Ziploc bags, and half of it or more than half is still in the bag. She puts it up so she
Yeah.
can eat it later. She only eats like half a cup at a time.
But now, because she's doing that, does she announce what every? Well, that's only 2 points. That's
Yeah.
only 4 points. So
Yeah.
you know the point value of everything that goes into her mouth.
And mine as well. She'll make sure to say,
Yeah.
oof, you know how many points that is? I'm holding a little Debbie Brownie in my hand. No, 10 for one.
Oh my God.
I'm like, good.
Oh, thanks.
Ew.
Good.
I admire her her whatever that requires to like hold back from eating an entire bag of popcorn. She makes some popcorn and then packs it away. If I've got a bag of microwave popcorn,
Measures out a cup of it or
I was going
whatever
to say,
it is.
but that's the key is measuring out a cup because Amanda does that. She'll open a bag of these little hot snack things that she loves, and they're delicious. And I can't do it because I just go through the whole thing. And she pours them into a cup and then puts it away. So she keeps it to a small, finite amount every time.
that's admirable. I wish I had that. And I just wanted to get your opinion on this. 2 guys are suing Madonna for starting her concerts late. She's well known to have a 8:30 concert time before going on the stage at about 10:30, 10:45. She did it at 3 concerts at the Barclays in New York in December. And now they're suing her for what they called, I think it was wanton exercise in false advertising, negligent misrepresentation, and unfair and deceptive trade practices. Should you be able to sue somebody if they start their concerts late?
No, because those tickets say, I think all the tickets say something like start times are an estimation, or I forgot how they word that. That's usually on all of the tickets, and they can't show any damage. Their complaint is I was tired for work the next day, or I had a hard time getting a ride home.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they couldn't get to work because they didn't get home in time to take care of whatever they needed to do, so they missed a day of work or whatever. I think it's frivolous. But then again, I look at it like it's Madonna, and she shouldn't be being late every time for a concert. But then I look at people bought tickets to go see Madonna, then, same poop, different bag. You know what I mean?
When you're that late, it's massively disrespectful.
Sure.
It's completely wrong.
But there's no way they're going to this concert and not realizing that Madonna's probably going to be about 2 hours late. Because, that's all they talk about is how late she is to start the show and all that, which I think she does that just to prove to everybody that she doesn't have to go to bed early like everybody else her age.
Oh, man, dropping the hammer on Madonna.
But be fair, a lot of her fans are people that have kids. They take the night out. Plus, you've paid a lot of money to be there. At least show me the respect to start on time or relatively close to time. You know what I mean? If you're 10 minutes, 15 minutes later to go on stage, that's one thing.
But she's too cool for that, Ace.
But if show starts at 8 and you don't go on until 10:30 or 11, come on, I've been gone.
Yeah. Is there anybody that you would wait 2 hours to see if you had already bought the ticket? Or I think, I'm bailing pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know that there is. If they're 2 hours late going on stage, I don't think I am.
But it's Madonna, they say. It's Madonna.
Please.
It's Madonna. So those are a few things that are now trending.
There is something that is used by most people every day. The vast majority of people use this every day. It is a big, important part of our lives on this show, in here every morning. And people just can't leave it alone. They just can't say, hey, this is okay. This is okay the way it is. Now doctors are having to say, hey, I know you can buy this on Amazon, but don't do it. This is not good for you. This is life-changing stuff coming up next.
Miss part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up. Share Funny is now a little bit extra. Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast, live every weekday on the Ace and TJ Family app or anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Monday morning at this time, $10,000. We'll give you all the details on how you could win $10,000 through our charity, Peyton's Promise, provided that it will change your life forever. Right? So that starts the first quarter of the rest of your life, begins Monday morning on the Ace and TJ show at this time. So apparently coffee just isn't cutting it anymore. Coffee, a massive part of everybody's life, especially if you do what we do for a living. Coffee is extremely important. It's very important to have it here in the studio all the time, so forth and so on. But there's a product that launched last year. I'd never heard of this until I saw the story this morning. The product is called Want a Bump? It's a white powder that looks like cocaine, but it's illegal. You can buy it on Amazon. It's billed as instant energy on demand. It's essentially caffeine. Well, it's in the news because it's been circulating on social media, and experts have come out and said, hey, just because this is legal does not mean it's safe. When you drink caffeine or get it from things like chocolate or whatever, it absorbs into your body gradually. But it happens a lot faster if you snort it. And they say you can overdose on caffeine. They say also, hey, if you do this regularly, it'll mess up your nasal passages in a very similar fashion to how cocaine messes up your nasal passages. But this isn't the only product that exists now. There's a caffeinated nasal spray called Turbo Snort. And again, they're like, hey, do not be, if you do this every day over time, it's going to mess up your nose.
Well, I mean, people have been doing the snorting of the caffeine, for a long, long time because they sell those caffeine tablets and they just crush them up and snort them. But they've taken the middle part out of that. This company has. They've done the crushing for you, I guess.
The Turbo Snort, by the way, also includes B vitamins mixed in. Just makes it healthy. But again, experts are saying, hey man, this is not what you should be doing.
If you're snorting caffeine to get a quote unquote bump, then you're just as in sad a shape as a cocaine addict.
Yeah,
you might as well be out in the streets trying to buy cocaine and snorting it through your long pinky nail. It's no difference in the psychological profile.
It's only done through the long pinky nail. Is that it?
Is there more caffeine in that thing than what's in the bump?
In my Zero Nos? I wouldn't think so. I don't know. I don't know how much caffeine.
Have you ever snorted that?
What? No. Why would I snort? Why would I snort?
I don't know.
I enjoy the energy drink.
Yeah, if Nas came in a powder, maybe.
Yeah.
Doesn't go to powder.
Not yet, is what you should say.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
There are expert after experts who have all gotten together and they tell us this is the best and that's the best. But what is really the best? We, the radio family, are about to select the greatest of this century. Specifically music. Next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
You will be happier today if you go to acetj.com/store. Why would I say that? There's a lady that DM'd us. Her name is Kia. Said, I got one of the gray sweatshirts as a Christmas present, and I absolutely love it. 4 exclamation points. As you did with the crew sweatshirt, do you think y'all will offer a T-shirt in a light gray at some point? I'm so glad y'all decided to create the Ace and TJ store. It's great to be able to get your merchandise. Heart.
Love it. Love it.
So, crew necks, hoodies, T-shirts, caps, and then, of course, the hot sauces that have been flying off the shelf. The collection of 5 different hot sauces. Best way to buy those is just buy the whole collection of 5 because you'll save money that way and get to sample all of them. So it's all at acetj.com/store. We've talked before about these things that circulate, that they've been out for a while, then they circulate back around. This is a couple years old, but I saw it yesterday. Somebody posted about it on Twitter. Rolling Stone put together this list, I think about a year or so ago, of the 100 greatest songs of the 21st century. So essentially within the last 20 years. And Crazy in Love by Beyonce and Jay-Z was selected by the editors at Rolling Stone as the #1 greatest song of the past 20 years.
Of course.
I thought, well,
because they didn't want to get killed.
Well, you see so many things like this, and how many times have you seen one of these deals? And the average person who ends up buying music or listening to music, consuming music, is like, what is that? How is that the greatest thing ever? So, I love stuff like this. What would you say are the 2 greatest songs? Popular songs that were hits, so to speak, so we can all know them to discuss them. Well, you get 2, the 2 greatest songs of the 21st century. What would you go with?
I struggled with this.
Okay. But what'd you come up with?
They have to be popular, so we know them. So that it definitely changes a little bit. But here's what I've got.
Okay.
Adele, "Rolling in the Deep,"
Okay.
and "Tennessee Whiskey" by Chris Stapleton.
Interesting.
That's a good one.
I went with. Here's where I got hung up, because I was stuck on, like, do I want them to be different from each other? Like, I thought about making one of them be up tempo, just because it's for, like, "Hey Ya" by Outkast. I think it's one of the greatest songs ever written, because it's undeniable. You can't listen to that song and not move and I don't care what kind of music you like. Everybody loves that song. That's the mark of a well-written song. But I decided against it. Luke Combs' "When It Rains, It Pours" is a really witty, fun song that I think is great. But I ended up going with "Hello" by Adele and "Wrecking Ball" by Miley Cyrus. "Wrecking Ball" I think is one of my top 10 greatest songs of all time, perhaps. I think it's that good. TJ?
I've said many times, and it's documented because people document me, and I get flack about it, or people going, interesting, meaning that's stupid. But I think that 'cause I love pop music. I talk about pop music. And a perfect pop song, and I went by just songs that make me feel good when I'm listening to them. And "Cake by the Ocean" by DNCE is a perfect pop song. And the other one, I just made a switch on because we were talking about something during the break and I had forgotten about it. "Fill Me In" by Craig David.
Can you feel me in?
Why were you creeping around late last night? Yeah. And that makes me feel good because when I'm listening to it, I feel sexified.
All right.
And
Rob?
everybody wants to feel sexified.
Number one, I would say "Call Me Maybe" by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah.
And then number two is "Uptown Funk" by Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars.
That's a good one. So
You didn't say that about the previous one, though.
I did
So you don't agree with "Call Me Maybe"?
I do not agree with "Call Me Baby," no.
I like the Carly Rae Jepsen.
So at the Ace TJ show, simple question. What are the two greatest songs of the last 20 years? Two greatest songs of the 21st century. Doesn't matter the genre, as long as it was a popular enough song that everybody can know it to discuss it, that kind of thing. All right, so at the Ace TJ show, we'll see what you've got coming up next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want on the Ace and TJ Family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. It's more than regular funny. It's extra funny. The Extra Funny podcast is live every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern on the Ace and TJ Family app and available anytime where you get podcasts. Now, more Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Less than 15 minutes from now, highlight of the week for most of us. It's Riggins and his weekend review song for this week. But forget experts. We're expert enough with the Ace and TJ radio family to decide what are the two greatest songs of the 21st century. Robert said, and this is a good one, and I actually considered this one, "Live Like You Were Dying" by Tim McGraw. That's the most played country song of the last 50 years.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that's a great song. He said, "Live Like You Were Dying" by Tim McGraw and "Lose Yourself" by Eminem are the two greatest songs of the past 21 years. Or 21st century.
Rob's going, I disagree.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
I love Tim McGraw, but that song is not good.
"Live Like You Were Dying"?
It's all right.
Yeah, I love Tim
What?
McGraw. I don't know if it's in my top 10 Tim McGraw songs.
I think it would be better if somebody else were singing it. Because I mean, I like some of his old stuff, and I'll before I realized just how much of a Democrat he is. But with his older stuff, there are songs that I really like. But that would be, imagine Chris Stapleton singing that song. It'd be a lot better.
Yeah, I disagree.
It's a well-written song,
Yeah,
is what
it's
I'm
a great
saying.
song. Erica said, "Man, I feel like a woman" by Shania Twain, and "I Want It That Way" by the Backstreet Boys.
Those are good.
But the two greatest songs of the 21st century?
No, I don't think
Come on.
so.
Chris, "Hey Ya" by Outkast and "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele. I stand by "Hey Ya" as a great song.
And I'm sorry, I Want It That Way was not in the last 20 years.
That's right. You're correct.
Oh, get out of our DMs with that.
You don't need to yell at them, but
Hey, don't quit listening. You're no longer allowed here.
clarify.
Yeah, get out of our DM.
Get out of here with that.
See, am I the freak? I guess I am, because I don't like Hey Ya that much.
Oh, I do.
I like I Love the Way You Move, which came out around the same time.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot better.
That was the follow-up, wasn't it?
Well, they both,
It was,
it was on their solo
it was Big
albums.
Boy's first release.
Yeah, but that was
and then
the
Hey
follow-up
Ya was
single
the,
from him. Yeah.
I think.
Katie said, "I'm glad Rob said Uptown Funk. I was waiting for someone to say it. The other would be Adele's Hello, which was one of mine."
What is it?
Someone says, "I'm surprised Ace didn't say The Black Parade." Great.
It's a good song.
It's okay. I love that song. I'm just kidding.
Whiny ass song.
Rob, I'm sorry, Rob. We need to get your take on that. You're okay with The Black Parade
Yeah, it's
or
a great
no?
song. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
We're good here.
Let's see. Sue Ellen said, "For the sake of the game, I'll think of two more tomorrow. But for the sake of the game today, I'll say Sixth Avenue Heartache by the Wallflowers and I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw."
I know I like the second one. I don't know. I've never heard that
It was
first one.
I think it was their second hit.
After One Headlight?
Yeah,
I was like, it was. Are you sure it was a hit?
Yeah, it was a hit.
it was a hit. I'm not sure it was in the 21st century.
Yeah, I don't. It probably wasn't.
I think it was.
And I love One Headlight.
That's a good one.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay.
Sixth Avenue Heartache is from 2009. This says.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, man,
Seems right.
way out of whack on that one. Then sorry.
One Headlights are soft people.
Yeah, what headlights?
And Adele.
And Adele.
No man should be saying an Adele song.
Adele.
Why can't I say an Adele song? I think
I
Adele's
mean-
phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay.
I have
It's
all
just
the
not
Adele albums.
manly.
Why?
You're
Wait a minute.
somebody's dad.
Yeah, I didn't know I had to pick songs, TJ, based on them being manly. I thought I could just pick what I thought were the greatest songs.
But if it's not manly,
You
it's the
see,
greatest.
Cake by the Ocean is a. I mean, I hear that in biker bars every time. My choice. I'm hearing that in the old biker clubs.
Michael said "Low" by Flo Rida, and
That's a good one.
"Tennessee Whiskey" by Chris Stapleton. Mm-hmm. Am I? Yeah, people are gonna get mad. I am not really on the Chris Stapleton train
Anymore.
at all.
Ever?
I mean, I get it. He's a great singer.
Great
But I feel
songwriter.
like that, great songwriter. I feel like that would be an infinitely boring concert to attend. And his "In the Air Tonight" with Snoop, and is it Snoop and Her that he does the
so.
the theme song for is it Sunday Night Football?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just like, why didn't y'all just get Phil Collins? He sounds just like Phil Collins singing this song. They didn't, you could have just gotten the regular song.
And you know what I say during that?
What?
Why'd they have to put Snoop in it?
Agree.
Could have let him sing the whole thing.
I agree.
And if that drummer woman is not even important enough for people to know her name, and they just call her, which is disrespectful, I think. Then
And I'm not.
anybody could have done that, I guess.
And I'm not sure that's who it is because I never really paid attention to the beginning of the football. I just saw it the other night. I was like,
I don't know that it is her.
I don't think you're right. I don't think it is her.
She's in the Nationwide commercials, right?
Yeah.
Her is.
Yeah, hers fantastic.
My mom loves her.
Yeah. Does she
But
really?
it just,
Yes.
But but you know, it forces you when you're talking about it. Forces you to sound like you're using baby talk. Her's fantastic.
Her was so good.
But again, I think, don't get me wrong, I think Chris Stapleton is a phenomenal singer and a great songwriter. It's just like, I don't know, not the end all be all of everything.
Yeah, I don't see him like that.
You know,
But that's one song. I like Tennessee Whiskey a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, the rest of us, I'm not. I could take her.
It all kind of feels
most
the same.
of the rest
to
of
me.
the stuff.
He didn't write that one though.
No, it's a cover.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't write that.
No.
It's a cover song.
Of who?
A long time ago, I don't remember.
The guy that wrote it, I think, is the one that writes pretty much every song for George Strait.
Oh no way! I didn't know that. Oh, that kind of changes my opinion on it.
David Allen Coe was the first person to sing it.
Oh, now I feel real bad. Oh no!
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Wow, my earth is rocked right now. But I will try to get it together so I can perform. The Week in Review coming up next.
It's radio, it's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show. More next.